Hello, I'm Ian Boudreau, and today we will be learning about Hunyadi Castle, or in another name for it is Corvin Castle. The castle is located near the Carpathian Mountains in a territory known as Romania. It was once ruled by Hungary, but is now part of Romania. This is the real picture of the castle Hunyadi. It was built by John Hunyadi, which continued the construction of the castle after his father, Sigismund, first started it. This castle was built in 1445. If you subtract it from present time, it is over 600 years old. It has survived that long. The reason why the castle has survived so long is because of its defenses and its strategic position. Since it's close to the mountains, it's very protective. Now, the defenses that it has are very important. There are the towers. Though only one of the towers were used for defenses, most of them were used for keeping criminals, such as dungeons, which were good for war. Another were the walls. The walls were very high and sat above a deep ravine. The final one are these, also known as bastions, which are sort of protrusions from the castle that are Civil War forts copied during the time. The towers were very important. They were good for archers, and they were also important lookouts. Though in Hunyadi Castle, 3 of the towers were mostly used for dungeons, but one was still used for strategic planning and also defense. The bastions were a very strategic defense for the walls. Though they were a part of the walls, they were protrusions from the walls that gave archers a better view and better range, since though the towers were good, it did not give the range that most archers would need, so bastions sort of filled in the hole that towers couldn't fill. These are the positions of where the towers, walls, and bastions are. The bastions are here, and there are certain parts of the walls that are here, 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 and this is the old wall that they used to use for defenses. The towers are here, 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 and of course here. One defense I did not include is the bridge, which I will explain later. The only way to get into the castle was a one-way drawbridge that led to the castle. If Hunyadi was in a good mood, he would have let anyone in, but if they were enemies, he would have let them plummet and drown. Though the castle was rebuilt over time and changed, there are now 2 entrances, but that was the only entrance at its time. Here is a bird's eye view of the castle again. This is where the bridge is. Though this is the new updated version, this is where the drawbridge would have been, if it was still around. Though the castle had many defenses and functioned like any regular castle, it was more of a retreat home for John Hunyadi. It also included many very interesting Gothic architectural parts. Okay? For example, pointed arches and stone carving. There were 3 main parts of the castle, although there were different other parts such as blacksmith, church. The 3 main parts were the diet hall, the great hall, and the spiral staircase. The spiral staircase was the main staircase of the castle. The great hall was where the king and his queen would stay and usually have celebrations. The diet hall is where the other people, or the people who worked in the castle, would eat or spend time with celebrations. One of the interesting facts was that Vlad the Impaler, or Vlad III of Wallachia, was kept prisoner in Hunyadi Castle. Eventually, though, he was set free, but he was still kept prisoner for over 10 years. Another interesting fact about the castle was the castle was never really sacked or attacked. The only damage that really happened to it was fires that were caused by certain parts of the castle.
It's in Lancaster.
Well, I hope you learned a lot from this interesting experience about Hunyadi Castle. Thanks for watching, and P.S. I'm not good at drawing, also UNC.